Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Hello. Hi, Maria Julia. Hi, everyone. Guys, just 1 minute, please, because there is an issue with the other platform we are trying to stream. So bear with me. Why is that unable? Mm. Uh, Guys, just give me 1 minute. I will restart the stream again. Sorry for that. Okay. I think we are back. Guys, can you hear me now? If you can hear me, that will be great. Guys, can you hear me now? Yes, okay, great. So, sorry for that. It was a little bit difficult with the platform. Actually, I tried to use the Restream platform today, but maybe I need to do something on the settings anyway. So, how was your weekend, guys? Did you have a good time? Did you take some rest? Hmm? Are you ready for the upcoming week? So, let's start with a dollar index. All right, and what do we see on this chart now? Okay, so the price created uh, a new low at this point here, and today during the Asian session it created a lower low. Of course it has a lower high, that's very bearish. So if the dollar index is continued moving lower, we would definitely expect to see the price on the Australian dollar move higher, on the euro US dollar move higher, on the pound US dollar, and the rest. So um, last if we go on the 4-hour chart, the dollar index printed a reversal candle just before 9 o'clock current time. And yeah, maybe some correction will come. Price correction, yep. What's going on with the Australian dollar against the US dollar? Australian dollar gap down this morning, open with a gap to the downside, and that was about 13 pips. For traders, they live in, or for traders, they trade during that that time. That would have been a good filling the gap trading strategy. So we drew that resistance R1 from last week's, and the price was unable to break at some point based on this long leg doji candle, and then we expected the sellers to take over, but the sellers didn't take over, and a bullish engulfing printed last Friday. So that means there is a high chance that the resistance will break. A break above the resistance occurred this morning, so price is still making higher highs and higher lows. If you go on the lower time frames, like 15-minute chart, we can see that during the pre-German stock market open, we had that kind of pullback, that kind of price correction. Price now is contracted between the upper and the lower bands, and stays flat for about 2 hours. So we expect it to see a dynamic move either to the upside or to the downside, of course. But if it's going to be to the downside, be on the watch out for a false breakout, okay, because the overall buyers are bullish, and if price breaks to the downside, the lower band can act as support to drive price back higher. Some traders, they're going to see that price is going to make a lower high and a lower low, and once the price is going to come back to the 20-period moving average, they will be looking to sell it, but that's not the case, really. We're not going to look to sell anything here unless we're going to have a break of structure and we're going to see the price traded below the R1 resistance. We had it as R1, but now it's going to become the support on the daily chart if price is going to close above this for the next couple of days. Okay, that's a thing. That's something you have to understand how to trade the support and resistance. Guys, I think on this on trading live there is an issue to send you messages through live chat. I don't know why I can't send you messages there. So if you're trying to send any messages and they don't come, sorry for that. Hold on. Now I refresh it. Let's see. Hello, no, still. Okay. All right. So I don't know why I cannot send you messages here. Okay. Anyway, let's continue. So overall bullish on the Australian dollar. Let's check the Euro US dollar. Euro US dollar also broke. Let's delete this analysis from here. Bullish engulfing also printed on Friday, so strength in the euro against and weakness on the dollar. So we do expect it to see continuation to the upside. During the Asian session, the price on the hourly printed this shooting star. It rejected the upper bound, but that's not a case for a reversal, as you see at this point here. Price also made this false breakout, but again, an uptrend is still intact unless there is a new structure that indicates a downtrend. And a downtrend needs 4 points to be in a line. So you need a high, you need a lower high, and you need a low, and you need a lower low. So if you don't have this in place, you can't really talk about downtrend. And if you're going to decide that you want to sell against, you want to sell from the top, aiming for the beginning of a new downtrend, you need to have some more components gathering together. Like, you can check an oscillator for bearish divergence or negative divergences. You can check a higher time frame for a resistance area. If there is no resistance, if there are no negative divergence on the RSI, so it looks like it's gonna be just a correction rather than trend reversal. Okay. Pound US dollar on the daily chart, similar behavior, bullish engulfing on the pound as well on the daily chart on Friday. But the issue with that, it was the fact that last week some news on the pound, they were negative. Therefore, the pound didn't perform that well compared to the euro US dollar. That's why also the euro against the Great British Pound had some bullishness on the chart. So similar behavior, we do expect to see some bullish continuation. New Zealand against the US dollar, price dipped, retraced here, but the good thing with this one is that it was and it has more room for price to move until the next R1 resistance. So if we check the hourly chart, this one here, maybe it's going to be better to be traded to the upside, at least for the London session. Okay. USD Canadian dollar, of course, Canadian dollar last week was very weak, and therefore we expect to see the weakness to be continued. There are some news events. Let me show you here. So as you guys see, consumer price index is expected to be reported lower than the previous. So the number, if the number here will be lower than the expected number, then there is a high probability of this currency to experience more weakness. Now, if the Canadian dollar will get weakened and the price is gonna move to the upside, it's not because the US dollar is gonna gain some strength. It's because the Canadian dollar is much more weaker than the US dollar. USD CHF, we're gonna still be looking for short positions here because price broke and maintained below this support S1, which now it's gonna be renamed as resistance. So that's gonna be the resistance R2. The head and shoulder pattern on the 4-hour played out really well. So price, it can continue moving lower until the S2 support. Pound JPY, it's gonna be something I would like to sell today. However, the opportunity was around the Asian session, and as expected, Japanese yen, it's heavily traded during the Asian session rather than during the London session. But again, volume during the London session is significant, so we can see more continuation. The thing is that from the technical point of view, it was a valid upward channel as I drew it here. So we had 1-2 points, and then the price traded within this channel, 3 points here, and then broke decisively on Friday. And this morning it has been retested by this one here. Now, for those who think that trend lines they don't work in the chart analysis, they are they're gonna miss out in many good opportunities. Trend lines, channels, everything works perfectly under specific market conditions. Moving averages, it's one of the greatest tool a trader can have in his or her arsenal when it comes to trending markets. Not necessarily to trade through moving averages, but if you understand how to analyze the trend and what the trend really means, then it's going to be easier for you to implement the moving averages. Like on the Bollinger Band, there is this 20-period moving average. Anyhow, overall buyers are bearish here. Be mindful that the price touched at the daily support, and that's why we see some push to the upside. Now, if we're gonna see a creation of higher highs and higher lows, we will definitely look to for buying activities. But as long as the lower highs here and lower lows are maintaining in the market, we will be looking only for shorts. Next one, it's the pound against the JPY daily chart. Price makes lower highs and lower lows. Pound and euro, actually they are a bit strong, so against the JPY compared to the US dollar, that is very weak. But again, we'll see what's going to happen in the market now. A breakout can occur at this point here, so let's measure how many pips. It's about 37 pips, and there is almost 1.25 to 1 to be made if this gonna work. So yeah, keep an eye on that. Let's mark it here as sell. What about the euro JPY? Same behavior, but what in terms of reward to risk? 37, 33. So this is the euro JPY. It doesn't have a favorable reward to risk. That's why I don't take it in consideration. Just one more. I will go through the German 40 DAX. That's gonna be a good trading setup for those who want to trade the London session. In my opinion, I see the price making higher highs, and it retraced during the Asian session pretty well. So I like this kind of setup. So let's see if price is gonna false break around the 0.5% of the or 50% of the FIP, then we can take advantage of that and put some buy stop orders above previous candles high to go long on that one here. So that's the plan for this morning. As daily chart has higher highs and higher lows, and there is a strong resistance here. So this one now, it could be a support. This one can delete this one. That's a very powerful inside support. So resistance here can push the price lower, of course, but let's see what's going to happen on the hourly chart. If the price is going to change its structure, and that's the low, that's the high, prices move sideways. If the price now, it's going to create a lower than this low here, and then it's going to correct and it's going to surpass this low here, then and only then we're talking for a downtrend. If we don't see this pattern of lower highs and lower lows, then there is no downtrend. We can trade anything else, but we can't name it as I'm trading a downtrend, because that's not a downtrend. Okay. Next one, Euro Canadian dollar. It's something that you can keep an eye on for the London session to see if there is going to be a breakout, or if price is going to move even lower than this one and touch at the 20-period moving average. Then definitely going to wait for the New York session to see some clarity on this one here. What about the gold on the daily chart? This rejection on Friday doesn't convince me that sellers, they are in control. The only way that I will take it as a that sellers are in control in this market, it's if I see a bearish close today. Okay, this can be a very interesting failure swing. That's how we call it in technical analysis, but we need to confirm the bearish close and understand many of these things, guys. I tell you, you're not going to find them anywhere on the internet because it requires a lot of reading and going through technical analysis books and all this stuff. But trust me, how many times you were looking to you were buying here the dip, okay, that's an uptrend, but you have to understand, you have to learn. I can show you how to read each and every candle individually, plus to put it in the context of the overall picture, because traders that are unable due to lack of knowledge to read the candles, or someone told them, look, there is this type of trading, you call it either smart money concept or you call it any kind of concept, and you don't really need to know the candles, you just need to find the areas of value, change of supply and demand, and bullish, bearish, engulfing, all this stuff. But if you can't understand what the market is doing at any particular moment, then how can you manage your trade? And the set and forget, it's good to the set and forget rule, it's good if you're a beginner and you need to take some time to accept the risk of trading, but at some point you have to understand how to actively manage a trade, because the price always shows you signals, and it shows you what it might gonna happen next. Now, as an individual candle, as well as with the overall structure. Okay, so it's good to know this stuff, guys, and they are serious and important in trading. Guys, I think that's all from me today. Sorry about that technical issue at the beginning. So yeah, I think tomorrow everything will be fine. In the meantime, I would like to wish to everyone to have a fantastic day ahead. Happy trading. I will try to make a video maybe later on the day to see how the markets will react. Please make sure you follow us here at MarketMinds Mastery on the social media, like the YouTube, the Twitter, the Telegram channel, and the Trading View. I'm not saying the Instagram because I don't really post on Instagram yet. But yeah, on Trading View, on YouTube, and Twitter, Telegram channel as well, it will be a great tool. You can see them on the screen there. Just type it on your platforms. All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch up tomorrow again. Bye for now.